Hey everyone! Welcome back! I am back today with more Vinland Saga, you guys. I cannot wait to see more of this show. If you're joining me early today, you already know what it means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So, wow, did we have a very intense last episode of Vinland Saga. It's one of those episodes that actually, and like many things that I watch, it's become even more interesting to me based on the feedback that I've gotten about the episode. So we had this situation where, Askeladd and co are stuck with the prince, like out in the middle of a snowstorm, and they come across this village, and of course, doing what they do, they start, raiding the village for food and things like that. Well, we also get to know a girl and her family in the village, and this girl has, she has like all these like guilt feelings because she stole a ring, and the perspective of Christianity that her family and it seems like probably a lot of the village has is very punitive. It's very strict. It seems like you do bad, you go to hell, and it's very interesting to me the way that religion is so influential on both sides, because we have this concept of Valhalla that is really like keeps so many people motivated in what they're doing, like gotta fight this war, gotta die with honor, gotta get to Valhalla, and it's gonna be this great. And same on the other side of like gotta get to heaven, can't go to hell. It's a very interesting take on people's motivations and how, even though both sides see themselves as so different from one another, there's so many similarities. And it goes back to what Thor said about, like, no one's really your enemy. At the end of the day, no matter what side of the war you're on, like, every war is kind of the same war. It's just sort of like a, same story, different day. And this is what was so interesting to me that someone pointed out, because I would have never caught this. The parallel between what we heard about Thor's in the last episode, sparing all of the people that he fought, fighting them, but not taking a single life, versus Askeladd and his crew coming into this village and being like, look, we need to survive. Look, they're going to go tell on us if we let them live. We don't have a choice. We need to kill them. That kind of, I guess it's more of a contrast than a parallel, of the no one is your enemy perspective versus do what you got to do to survive. Like, and it's a very, very, they're very conflicting approaches. So somebody actually pointed that out, and I'm like, oh my God, that is actually, of course they were drawing that connection because they had both things in the same episode. We also, coming back to the whole, what motivates you to live your life the way that you do. Is it religion? Is it revenge? We had Askeladd talking a few episodes back about how, like, everyone's kind of a slave to something. And, similarly, we had at the end of the last episode, we had the girl seeing her whole village killed, being the only survivor, saying, I'm so relieved that there are people out there who don't fear God. And it's really sad that it took that, like, punitive approach. But you can see how those motivators work in people's lives on this show. And it really does all come back to that, like, everyone's got something that drives them, so just, it's one of those things that, like, if you look at it on the surface, it's a perfectly fine and interesting action show, but there's so much you can take apart and kind of examine and everything. It goes so much deeper than the surface. So I really enjoyed that. It was a very heavy episode, and honestly, it threw me so much because I was just kind of starting to come around to Askeladd, like, oh, well, he's not really who we thought he was, and he kind of does almost kind of seems like he has a higher purpose, higher calling, or something like that. And then, you know, we kind of see like, oh, gotta kill this whole village to survive and stuff. Sorry. It's kind of like, oh, no, I was just kind of starting to get on board with Askeladd. But I think the point of the show is not to like get on board with people, except for Thor's, because I was like 1,000% on board with Thor's. But it's less to get on board and like root for someone and more to just kind of see the way in which the plot is driving people in different directions. Still not in Vinland, by the way. I'm going to point that out every episode. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. At this point, we now have this mission with the prince and everything. I don't know where that leaves Thorfinn. It's funny how we've gotten like totally away from Thorfinn's story, yet it doesn't feel like, hey, wait, this isn't what I signed up for. Like, it does draw you in. Can't wait to get into the next episode. Little bit of video etiquette before we get started. You're going to notice I do have my earbuds today. I usually do not wear earbuds. I don't really like having things in my ears. But I do have, and some of you know because I posted about this, a fun new addition in the Hime household. A beautiful new puppy. Very, very tiny baby puppy. And I believe right now, she didn't hear me going on and on, she is asleep. But she's being looked after by somebody in another room. You know, it's a puppy thing to do to kind of get a little loud when you want stuff. So if you hear something, please excuse the puppy. She is not trying to ruin the reaction. She is just vocalizing her concerns. But I will have the earbuds on because it's not going to drown anything out on the video, sorry, but it does kind of help me to focus if there's a lot of other stuff going on to just kind of like have the main thing in my ears. So, all right, video etiquette complete. Let's get started. What? Okay, that's what they think. I mean, I feel like he could be more worried. Yeah, see, we kind of know he was the weak one, supposedly, of his family. Poor Canute. He's had a real tough road. It's our boy. He's just so excited. He just loves everything in a way. It's weird. Oh boy, he's a hungry man. I was gonna say, like, are the subtitles not working? Yeah, you kinda did. You should have thought of that. Yeah, I cannot pronounce that. But interesting. Oh. Yeah, he fights to win. There we go. So like the opposite of Thor's. Like total opposite of Thor's. It's nice that they're doing something to honor them. It's a little bit more of an informal prayer. Having kind of an existential crisis here. Oh, he's not having that. He's not having that. He's lost. It happens, you know. Even to the most faithful people, he's lost. Very punitive. Oh, did that father's love thing kind of spark? Oh, I know this is speaking to someone. Oh. Is he excited? He's excited, isn't he? He's downright excited. Yeah. Oh, he figured that out fast. Oh, he's after Thorfinn. Yeah, no big deal. Just lunch for 500 men for 5 days. Oh, Thorgal just thrives on war. He loves the fight. It's so interesting to see the contrast between him and Thor's. Just a lot of demanding here right now. Yes. For what? What we discussed. Oh. Oh, he has bad luck. Oh. Don't eat the bunny. Oh, we killed the bunny. Stop trying to get his rabbit. Oh. If he doesn't want to eat his vegetables, he doesn't have to. Oh. Can have a little cooking montage here. This is nice. It's, minus the bunny, but budding friendship, perhaps? What's going on with Oh, he's such a hungry boy. This is a nice meal we're having. He just likes to do it. Secret cooking hobby. Oh no. What did he say? Nothing good? Why? Why? He cooked you a meal. Poor Canute. I wouldn't cook anything and bring it to him after that. I think you let him worry about his own food. Thorfinn's just like... Everyone finish your soup. Let's go. Yeah. For nothing, maybe? Well, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Oh, no. He's not gonna have this. He's gonna have some words with Askeladd. He has some strong opinions about the way that this fighting is being led. Huh? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh my god! Those weren't our people. Oh, they were! Askeladd had him killed? I thought maybe somebody had infiltrated their army. Oh my god, no, Canute though. He was like Canute's only advocate. He's not gonna back down. He just told you, bring him. He's got... Oh, he's got info he needs to get out. Oh, God. Poor Canute. He had like one friend in the whole world. Why did you kill him? Oh. Trying to give him a tragic backstory. He already had a tragic backstory. He was worried about him being the king, wasn't he? All he cares about. He's not even angry that he just got killed. He's just like, please just protect him. That's dedication. That is dedication. Yes. For court and jelly. The next king of Denmark. Okay. Oh. And the other. Okay. Okay. Oh. So he can't. Oh. Oh my God. Watch out for that king. It's his father? Oh, this is like it's a family cause here, like him and his brother. You know what, Askeladd, you could try to have a little bit of respect here. They were gonna cook together. Poor little Canute. You were too good for this kingdom, Ragnar. You were too good for all of it. You and Canute. Oh my God, you guys. It just gets like worse and worse. As if we weren't enough trouble with all of that happening in the last episode. Pretty much for nothing, because they got found out anyway, like trying to take that other route. They got found out anyway. It took Thorkel like all of 2 minutes to put that together. As if that wasn't bad enough, we have Askeladd killing Ragnar in order to take over the mentor position with Canute. Which really, I kind of like, I don't get it, but I can understand, like I can see that. I can see him doing that because he was like concerned, like, is this really the person? Like, how is this person going to be the king? So he thinks he's going to like toughen him up. So he's basically, like I said, like that's his new pet project. Like first it was Thorfinn and now it's going to be Canute. But with the two different factions, they are going to run into some trouble with the king, because we know now that the king had the other son. He didn't kill him, but he took him into battle knowing, like, that was his objective, was to get the son killed. So I'm guessing if his heirs get killed, he stays king. Is that why he's doing this? Because I can't imagine why, like, if he died, he wouldn't want at least one of his heirs to take over. So it must be a thing of, like, he looked very ill. He looks like he has some kind of condition. So I'm guessing maybe, you know, the person who's going to take over for him when he gets too sick, that's what he's trying to eliminate, so that he just stays king. power is that important to him, is what it seems like. I'm not 100% positive I'm interpreting that correctly. Also, poor Canute. And I gotta say, like, my appreciation for Ragnar went way up in this episode. He's very, like, argumentative and everything, but he always has Canute's best interest at heart, which is he is the only one advocating for Canute the person, or was, I should say. Everyone else just kind of wants to use him for their own... I can take these out now because I'm done watching, but everyone else just kind of wants to use him for their own purposes, for their own political purposes, you know? We can see that with Askeladd. We can see it, like, with Canute's whole life. It's all just kind of about his position. And the only one who cared about Canute as a person, like, doing fun things like cooking hobby and what he wants and the kind of person that he is, was Ragnar. And now that's gone. And we have this innocent little lamb of Canute about to be shaped by Askeladd, which I gotta say, I can appreciate Askeladd in a lot of ways. Mentor, parent, any of those things. Don't have so much confidence in that. Because we see, like, not that he, like, raised Thorfinn, but with a child in his charge, we see what happens. Also, what's gonna happen if, like, so Askeladd has now sworn, if that even means anything to him, to take over as Canute's mentor. What's gonna happen when Thorfinn finally gets the chance to take out Askeladd? He's gonna be essentially taking away Canute's only person again. Assuming he can do it or tries to do it again, which I'm guessing he'll try. I don't know where they're taking that story. This whole thing has gotten so much more in depth because we literally just started with, like, boy avenging his father and Vinland fits in somehow. And now we've got so many other players and so much else going on. And now I feel, like, very invested in Canute, like, knowing that he is really this very genuine, innocent person. And his reaction to the thing about doubting the father's love. A total contrast to Thorfinn's upbringing. Like, they both no longer have the love of their father, and that is similar. But to think that Thorfinn is so jaded and so hardened now, having had the just wonderful unconditional love and great upbringing, at least up to that point, from his father, versus, like, Canute being so gentle and peaceful, having had, like, a real jerk for a dad. I think that's safe to say. You know, having his kids killed and everything, he's a jerk. Would be putting it mildly. All right. I don't even know where we're going. I don't know if we're going to Vinland. I have no idea. Like, what lies ahead in Gainsborough. But we'll find out, guys. We will find out. Where are we in this series? That was episode 15? That was episode 15 out of, I don't know how many. I'm assuming like 20 something. I have no idea if it gets a season 2. I don't know if it's just like a one and done season. But God, I cannot wait to see where it's going, you guys. So, all right, that was crazy. Just like every episode, they just, oh, you thought you kind of had the hang of it? Nope. We're going to come in and do this. Enjoy. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. I had a blast with that. It's weird to say I had a blast with something like that, but I'm very engaged. Let's put it that way. That was very engaging for me. I hope you were engaged as well and enjoyed my reaction. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. Please be sure to join me next time. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.